the pepper, the green bean, it's just like pew, pew, pew off in my mouth. But these look so good, guys. Hey everybody, today we're gonna be making a recipe with Blue Apron. And today's meal is gonna be seared salmon with roasted potatoes and green beans. So stay tuned because this healthy meal is gonna knock your socks off. I've really been enjoying using Blue Apron because I'm a producer in the television industry and my schedule gets really busy keeping up with a production schedule and a post schedule. So using Blue Apron is really great for me because it automates my meals and it sends me ingredients that are fresh and it gives me the exact amount of ingredients I need, so there's no waste. So today we're going to be making salmon. So let's open up our Blue Apron box and get cooking. They got nice and sealed in here. So I typically get their 3 meal version, and since I live alone, I can turn 1 meal into 2 meals because it's enough for 2 people. So then that means I get 6 meals out of this box. How cool is that? So we're gonna open up this. So this keeps it cool if you don't have a fridge where they're gonna be leaving the ingredients. So we're gonna take out this stuff. Whew. It's heavy. All right, so we got lettuce for one of our, I feel like I'm drowning in this box. And then here's the red potatoes. We're gonna need that for the recipe. And then we got our green beans. We're gonna need that for the recipe. And then they always label the bag. So this is my pesto chicken recipe. And we're trying to get to the salmon recipe. Nope. And, ooh, look at those beets. And then, ha! We found it. Found the seared salmon. What else we got in here? Oh, got some tomatoes for one of our recipes. Got the chicken for another one of our recipes. So then we got everything out of there. So now we can take this out of the way. And then typically in the side, they include the recipes for all of your meals. Oh, don't those look tasty? So what we're gonna be making today is we're gonna be making the seared salmon. So we can go ahead and put all the other ingredients away that we don't need, but we're gonna need the salmon. We're gonna need the bag of seasoning for the salmon. You can go ahead and put this in the fridge, this in the fridge, all of these goodies. Oh, no, we're gonna need that. Put this chicken away. Okay, gotta go put these in the fridge. I'll be back. Okay, so we want to set, I'm coming. So now that we got all of our ingredients, so now what we want to do is we want to set our oven to 400. So the first thing we want to do is we want to roast our potatoes in the oven. So I set my oven to 450 degrees and we need to touch them next. But since we just used a shipping box and touched that, we want to use some hand sanding and use that on our hands because there is a global pandemic happening and it's better to be safe than sorry. Perfect. So now what we want to do is we want to open up our potatoes. Like so. We want to pour those out onto the man. 5-second rule. He just needed a little bath. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna grab a knife to start chopping these open with. So what you want to do is you want to cut these into wedges, because this is like homemade fries, guys, but without all the grease. So it's a healthy version. You still get to enjoy the fry action without all the grease that is bad for you. Fries are so tasty. Oh yeah. Now what we want to do is we want to take our cooking tray and we want to spray it with some avocado oil. Like so. And then we're going to transfer all the potatoes onto this sheet. Don't be jumping ship, guys. Stay on the board. And if you have some larger chunks that can be cut into wedges, again, go ahead and cut those. So then it says to take the Italian seasoning that is in your HelloFresh bag, and then you want to sprinkle the Italian seasoning onto the potatoes. I do love some Italian seasoning. Makes you feel like you're traveling to Italy. So we're going to drizzle the Italian seasoning onto the nice potatoes. And I'm just going to flip it so that all of the skins are facing down. Oh, almost missed one. Great, look at that, so beautiful. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray them with avocado oil so that they don't get dry while they're baking in the oven. This will help them stay moist. Ooh, that's looking good. And I haven't even baked them yet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set these to the side while the oven is warming up, and then as soon as the oven is ready, we're going to pop those in so they can start cooking. And then in the meantime, we're going to prep our green beans to saute them. Oops. Stay on the board, guys. Stay on the board. So what we want to do is we want to cut any of the stems. So see, like that stem action, that's no good. We got to cut that off. So what you want to do is you want to cut the green beans so there's no stems attached to any of the green beans. And I do love green beans as a side item for my meals. Green beans and Brussels sprouts. Those are the two green vegetables that I love to pair with my meats and fish. So anytime there's a HelloFresh meal that has green beans involved, sign me up. Great, so now all the stems are removed, like so. So now we're gonna take a pan and warm that up on the stove. So now it's time to transfer our green beans over into the pan, and we're gonna drizzle it with olive oil first. So let's go do that. We got a lot happening here. We got the Ursa filming close-ups of the green beans, but the oven is now ready, so we can take our potatoes and we can pop them in the oven, and we want to cook them for about 19 minutes until they're nice and brown. Whoa. Then, while the green beans are cooking for just a few more minutes, what we're gonna do is we are going to take these peppers and we are just going to dice them. And we're gonna add those to this bowl. And then as soon as the green beans back there are done cooking, we're going to mix them all together in this bowl. Man, those peppers just release such a fragrance. It smells so good. So now what we wanna do, we wanna add those to this mixing bowl that our green beans have cooked, and they've gotten like a nice little brown crisp to them. That's what I like, is when the green beans have a nice little brown coat, but not completely, just enough to give it a little crispness. but these look so good, guys. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to add these to our mixing bowl. Look. And so that's now with the peppers. So we're going to stir. We're going to stir these all together so that the peppers and the green beans are nice and blended. Look at that combination of red and green just coming together. So then what I like to do is take my little salt box here, and then let's just sprinkle it with a little bit more salt. Bam. And mix that together. Smells so good. Okay, so now we're gonna cover this with foil because we want to keep it warm while we cook the salmon for a few minutes. So we want to put that to the side. Next, we want to prep our salmon. And what we want to do is we want to pat the fish dry to get rid of any excess moisture from the packing. And then what we want to do is we want to cook it in the pan. So we're going to put some olive oil in there and cook them skin side up first. So let's go do that. Now the fun part, which is time to make the plate. So now we want to pull our green beans back out. It's mixed with our nice peppers. And then we want to add those to our plate, scoop them out nicely. So my dad always told me, you eat with your eyes first. So you gotta make sure the presentation on the plate is visually appealing. So you wanna make sure that you lay everything out on the plate in a way that is enticing to eat. And that means our roasted potatoes are ready. So we'll grab those next. So now we've added those onto the plate. Made sure that there was like an even spread of the pepper with the green beans. Guys, look at that salmon. So we wanted to cook it until it was golden brown on the top, but still nice and flaky on the inside. Then we wanted to take our oven mitt. I'm gonna grab, oh, these smell fantastic. Oh, smells so good. So good. So now what we want to do, don't touch that, it's hot. You can take our same spatula we were using for the salmon. Scoop up some more potatoes and put those in the last third quadrant of our plate. Make sure you have a mix of skin side up and skin side down because that just makes it visually appealing as well. Look at that seasoning on top. That looks beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Then what you want to do is you want to take the sherry vinegar that is included with your Blue Apron and you want to drizzle it on top of the salmon. Look at that just soak in. That looks so tasty, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited to give this the taste test. So now that we've got our green beans, our potatoes, our seared salmon, let's see if this passes the true test, which is the taste test. Oh my gosh, look how that just flakes right open. That is unbelievably good. I love the golden brown crust. That is fantastic. Then let's give the good old potatoes a whirl. That Italian seasoning gives it just the zing those potatoes need. That is amazing. Then let's taste these green beans. Gotta get a little pepper in there too. Best thing I can say, flavor explosion. The pepper, the green bean, it's just like pew, pew, pew off in my mouth. It is good. This meal is what you call a fiesta on the plate because there's so much flavor packed into this. You got the golden crust on the salmon, you got the Italian seasoning on the potatoes, you got the peppers mixed in with the green beans and they're so moist from being sauteed on the stove. My friends, definitely go grab these ingredients so that you can make this too, because you don't want to miss out on this tasty meal. So I hope you guys have been enjoying this and that you're getting to make some of these recipes, and it's inspiring you to get cooking in your kitchen and make things homemade and healthy. And if you are making these recipes, please tag me on Instagram because I'd love to see them. I want to see what you're making, and tag me at Southern Urban Life so that I can see your post. And if you want to message me about recipes to try, please message me down in the comments on this video below because I'd love to hear your ideas. So while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then the bell button up at the top so that you get notified every time a new video is posted. And then we can keep getting healthier and stronger together while we make it homemade and healthy. So I will see you guys next week, and until then, bye y'all. That's all, folks.